You have likely heard the famous U.S. Postal Service motto, neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night can stay these couriers from the swift completion of their rounds. That's unfortunately not the case anymore around our state, region, and even the entire country. People are experiencing delays and days without mail. Minnesota's 2nd District Congresswoman Angie Craig has been outspoken about the problem for months. Earlier this morning, I spoke to her about the problems and what she is trying to do to come up with a solution. Take a look. And joining us now, Congresswoman Angie Craig. Thank you so much.
Great to be back with you, Esme.
Well, it's great to talk to you because you have been working on problems with the post office and failure to deliver mail for a number of days in a row to different people, also delays in mail. You've been pushing on this for months. We're hearing more and more about it in our newsroom. What are you hearing?
Well, there were significant challenges over the holiday period, especially, and we got 167 phone calls into my office alone over that holiday period. So this is clearly something that is a workforce issue. Staffing has certainly been a concern, but service levels overall have really been impacted in my district, and it appears across the state of Minnesota. I've had a few phone calls that things are getting better, that mail is getting back to more normal delivery. But I think that we need to take a really long look at our U.S. Postal Service at the national level. Most of the responses to me now have to come from Washington. And I really believe that we've got to figure out how we give our local postmasters much more local control to be able to solve these issues.
All right. Well, I have to say that WCCO TV has reached out to the post office on numerous occasions for numerous stories and has not had any response, which is unusual for any kind of quasi-government agency. But it is hard even to get a response for the press. You mentioned that not all of it is staffing. What do you think it is? Because you've been looking at this for so long.
Well, I think that there are staffing issues, but there are also Washington command and control issues at play here. It takes a very long time to background check a new Postal Service employee. We've even offered here locally, for example, in Lakeville, to take some of the city staff to come have them get some of the backlog out of the way here for our constituents. Certainly my office would be willing to do that as well. But it seems like there are new policies in place that the Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy, has put in place that really aren't working. So in the new year, I'm going to be looking at what are some of the structural changes that need to be made in the Postal Service and see if there's a role that Congress can play in helping to facilitate this. And, I need to be able to get in a post office to do my job in service to my constituents. And so there have been even moments, Esme, where members of Congress have not been allowed to come in and look at the post office.
Well, that happened to you.
It did. It happened to me in New Prague.
Which is unbelievable.
This year. Well, and of course I went anyway, but it should be. I'm actually co-sponsoring a bill right now that would allow a member of Congress to come in and just see what's going on inside a post office. And I think part of it, and I intend to reach out to our letter carriers and our postal workers, because I don't think that this has anything to do with them. They're doing the best they can. They're working enormous amounts of overtime to try to deliver the mail. And I do think that we've got to get to the root cause of this.
Okay. We're hearing about this from rural areas, from suburban areas, from cities. You have a little bit of all of those in your 2nd Congressional District. Is there any difference or more problems in some areas than others?
I think we're seeing some issues all across the board. And, I think we get the most calls from the cities with the most people in them because they're counting on USPS to deliver prescription drugs, to deliver their bills, to make sure that we're running effectively and efficiently. And so, look, let's not just lay blame here. If you know someone looking for a job, there's plenty of openings at USPS right now. And let's look at the root cause and come up with solutions to be helpful to the U.S. Post Office. Okay,
and it's interesting. You're saying you think there need to be structural adjustments too. And certainly the letter carriers I know are working overtime, and it's not on them.
It's not on them. I mean, some of them are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week over the holiday period. So be kind to your letter carrier. This is, I think, more of a structural management issue.
All right. Well, listen, Congresswoman Angie Craig, we really appreciate your time. And I know you've been working on this a long time. We continue to follow your progress on that as well.
Thank you so much.